She has been super vulnerable on The Bert Show, detailing her fight with body image most of her life, and then seemed to be cool with it, and now, baby. Has got her not feeling so great about herself, and Cassie's kind of struggling with it.
Yeah, and I just want to give out a little bit of a content warning for anyone who's, suffering from or recovering from an eating disorder, because this could be triggering. I, like you said, have struggled with weight my whole life. I had a kid, Hazel, a couple years back, and I was really pleased that even though I suffered from postpartum depression after I had her, I didn't really have major body image issues. It was a fairly... I looked pretty much the same to me. I gained about 30 pounds in the pregnancy and I didn't lose it again. They say when you start breastfeeding, it'll drop off, and the opposite for me. It stuck around. But I was okay with it because I was ready for that fact. I knew that your body changed after pregnancy. And honestly, my weight has fluctuated so much in my entire life. It wasn't new to me to have kind of a more weight added to my frame. I was like, okay, this is just a thing. I have the kind of body where from year to year, clothes, even day to day, sometimes clothes won't look good or they will look good. I'll just go in and I'm like, this doesn't fit me anymore. And then a week later, it looks great. So I'm just used to that fluctuation in my body changing in that way. So I actually felt in a weird way, I was really prepared for post-pregnancy body changes until I had my son, Max, which happened a couple of months ago. Now, I know it's only been a couple of months since I gave birth, but my body is so different and I don't recognize it and I'm so uncomfortable in it. It sort of feels like I just want to unzip the front of it and step out of it and take it off. It feels like, when a bra, ladies, is just annoying you all day and you just want to take it off. That's what it feels like. And it's different this time because when I got pregnant with Max, I was still at my post-Hazel weight. So the heaviest I was 9 months pregnant with my baby was my starting weight for my next baby, just to put that in perspective. Mm-hmm. And then I gained another 20 pounds. So we're talking 50 pounds over the course of 2 pregnancies, about 3 years. That's a lot of weight to put on. And it means I call it the topography of my body has changed. I stand up differently. My body sits differently. You won't really understand what this means unless you've gained a lot of weight, but different parts of my body touch other parts of my body differently. And I'm uncomfortable. I can't lie on my front. I think there's more to it than weight. I think I have some other issues going on that I'm going to go see the doctor about, but I still look 5 months pregnant. It's still sort of firm up top as if I am pregnant rather than if you've ever gained weight, fat is jiggly and soft. It's not soft. And I have been putting off stuff. I'm in a wedding in 3 weeks and I haven't bought my maid of honor bridesmaid dress yet because I don't know how I'm going to look in it and I'm terrified. And I don't fit in most of the dresses anymore. It's been very difficult finding one that's going to fit. My stomach and my chest is completely different now. I mean, I made the joke with Davi on our podcast, Broadly Speaking, that you, Kristen, and Davi did Big Boob Empathy Day with me, where I weighed one of my boobs and you wore bras and stuffed them with pounds of sugar to sort of empathize. And I'm several sizes larger than that size now in terms of bra. And I share that only not to be I have big boobs, but because it's heavy. Mm-hmm. It's causing tremendous back pain. I wake up every morning in pain, and I'm surprised at how much this is affecting me, and I'm annoyed because I did years of mental work to get to a place where I accepted my body and I was cool with it. And I was like, my body keeps me alive every day. It's given me 2 beautiful babies. It is on my team. My body is not my enemy. And it still isn't my enemy, but it's hard to look in the mirror and be like, I don't recognize who this is. And when my husband, Chad, takes photos of me with our kids, I look at them and I'm like, I don't know. Who is that? Is that what I really look like now? I look so different from before. And it's not about looking pretty or not. It's just not about not recognizing myself and not feeling comfortable anymore. And I just am having a hard time adjusting to this new body. And I don't know how to fix it because I have all the tools. I've done all the work to come to terms with how I look and how I feel with my body over the years. And now this is a huge curveball and I hate it. I hate how I feel and I hate myself. And I'm not trying to say fat is bad. That's not the message here. It's the message is I don't recognize myself and I don't know how to deal with this body I've been given because it's so new and alien and foreign to me.
I want to applaud you, Cassie, for talking about this and bringing this up, because I think a lot of women, especially moms postpartum, are going to be able to relate to this and are feeling every single word you are saying. Do you think anything after the comparing how you felt after you gave birth to Hazel and after you gave birth to Max? I know Hazel was a vaginal delivery and Max was a C-section. And when you add the scar and the fact that you've literally after we have C-sections, we have no core anymore, and it takes longer to build. Do you think that's playing a factor?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's 100%. And I think that's why, and the fact that it's my second pregnancy as well, that changes your body a little bit differently as well. But the C-section, things didn't go the same way as they did before, and I didn't know what to expect. And before I felt more prepared, and I don't anymore, and I don't seem to be able to get accurate answers I don't need my body to bounce back. I just want to know when I'm going to stop looking 5 months pregnant again. And nobody seems to be able to give a time frame for that, or to say this is totally normal, or don't worry, these changes are going to happen, or this is going to stick around, or here's what you can do to feel better. And it just feels like you have a baby, and not only are you thrown back into the wild completely unprepared without a baby manual, you got to figure that out. Nobody prepares you for your body and the changes that happen to you, and you're lost out here trying to figure it out yourself.
So what is the reluctance to just get kind of a refresher from a therapist? I mean, you have gone through the process, you have all the tools, but the way my therapist works now is I'm not going every week, but when I feel really jacked up and there's something that I just can't figure out myself, I'll give her a call. So are you reluctant to do that?
I'm not reluctant to seek therapy at all. It's just I haven't found a therapist who understands what I'm going through. And unfortunately, the last therapist few I've talked to have been very triggering with the body image issues. And they're not cruel. They're trying to be helpful. They'll be like, you can try and eat low fat by doing this. Here's a snack idea. And I'm like, I have looked at every single way to make beets into potato chips. I don't need help doing that. I need you to not try and help me accomplish weight loss goals. I need you to help me say you look fine. I don't need that. Just hey, this is your body now. It's a new period in your life and you're just going to have to adjust. And that's totally cool because it happens to everyone. But it's very hard to find somebody who's not specifically trained in this to break out of that mentality of trying to help you lose weight, because that's not what I need. I don't want to be skinny. It's not that. I want to feel comfortable and like myself.
Yeah, you don't want to lose weight. You want to accept this beautiful body for what it's done and what it's accomplished. And I just want you to know you are not alone. Months after the season, I would look in the mirror and I was just like you, Cassie. I'm like, who is this person? And what is this body? It's weird. It's foreign. Yeah, you feel like you are an imposter in somebody else's body, and it's a really crappy feeling. So I'm super sorry you're going through it.
Well, thank you for letting me know you went through it too. Yeah. It sucks, but you hit the nail on the head. You feel like an imposter.
I wish we had time to take calls right now, but we don't. So if people wanted to reach out to you, Cass, how can they do that?
You can email me at Cassie@thebertshow.com, tweet me at Cassandra Young, or hit us up on our Facebook page, The Bert Show.
The Bert Show.